Hey, everybody. God bless you all in Jesus' mighty name. Today's show, we're going to go over the Berlin International Film Festival's moves to create more gender-neutral awards for actors and actresses, and also Elon Musk and some updates on his Neuralink chip, which he is designed to interface with the human brain in order to augment us and to become a cyborg. All of that as we proceed. But first, the Berlin International Film Festival will begin awarding its Silver Bear Jury Awards in 2021 in a gender-neutral fashion, in accord with the world's slide into confusion and sexual ambiguity overall. Now, we reached out to Baphomet, who is the founder of gender neutrality, and the entity, as he likes to identify, had this to respond with. As you can see, he was rather pleased, wasn't he? Festival directors Mariette Rissenbeek and Carlo Chatrian released a joint statement on the move, stating, "We believe that not separating the awards in the acting field according to gender comprises a signal for a more gender-sensitive awareness in the film industry." So, just give them a round of applause. Thank you for advancing humanity. As we'll see, they're truly advancing it. They're out with the old and with the new. Because the festival will no longer award its Silver Bear Bauer Prize due to revelations that director Alfred Bauer, seen here, who the prize is named after, obviously, and evidence that shows that he was actually a key member during the 1940s of Joseph Goebbels' infamous Reich Film Office. And apparently he had also been a Nazi party member in a pre-war paramilitary arm. We are definitely ascending. It is a strong delusion. Yay. Now, in the news this week is that Elon Musk is going to be providing the world with an update on his Neuralink software. You can see him here doing, of course, the alt-right support that they tell us is the meaning behind this gesture, or he's successful, or he's just making a point. He's not, as we'll see, not at all an illuminated member. Absolutely not. But yeah, so he's going to be updating the world on the progress of Neuralink, which I think they hoped last year, or maybe around this time, to have had their first human patient to accept Neuralink in order to begin testing it. It's basically designed to link and connect with the human brain and allow people to do superhuman things, essentially, to hear better, to know information at almost like at the tip of your fingertips type of thing. Creepy 1984 stuff, right? So let's hear Elon Musk and some news reporters talking about Neuralink around this time last year, shall we?
Well, Elon Musk's next project isn't a car or a spaceship or a solar panel. The executive's latest startup is called Neuralink, which focuses on the goal of implanting chips into human brains and also connecting brains to computers. Here's what Elon Musk said at a conference in California about the technology last night.
This, I think, has a very good purpose, which is to cure important diseases and ultimately to help secure humanity's future as a civilization relative to AI. This, I think, has tremendous potential, and we hope to have this aspirationally in a human patient before the end of next year. So this is not far.
Not far, he says. The implantation of the neuron, the implantation of the neuron-sized threads requires the use of a special robot, but Musk said it's a minimally invasive surgery. So Thornton, I'm sure that means you'll be getting one soon.
I'm gonna get a few for the kids with my 23andMe kit.
Naturally,
surprise.
Yeah.
So Musk has billed this as having the capacity to save human civilization in the event of an AI revolution. And Dr. Evil himself has talked about and warned about the the AI threat.
And a warning from Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk. It has nothing to do with cars. Instead, Musk warns about artificial intelligence, which he has called more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Musk spoke at a symposium at MIT.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
I take it there will be no HAL 9000 going up to Mars.
So that should make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Here he is with Governor Greg Abbott of Texas. If you've noticed in the news, Musk has been contemplating making a complete move for Tesla Motors to Texas in light of all the coronavirus stuff, doing his part in the play that is COVID-19. Sorry about that. As you can see, they're throwing up the Texas hook'em horns or devil horns.
That's right. Go ahead. Gaslight me. You've done a pretty good job of it so far.
I haven't gaslighted anyone.
So here Musk can be seen throwing up the Hakini Mudra, which we've shown over and over again on the channel. The Hakini Mudra, of course, is an indication that this person possesses power. They are a ruler. And so you can basically interpret this when you see them doing this, that they at least view themselves as a ruler over us peasants and simpletons, right? Musk, of course, of SpaceX fame, this is what he likes to throw up to represent his company. This is, of course, the sign of Osiris Risen, which we've gone over too many times to count on the channel. It's native to Freemasonry and to Aleister Crowley's Ordo Templi Orientis as well. And, of course, this is how the Egyptian pharaohs were placed in repose and sort of sent them off into reincarnating into the afterlife. It's essentially the way you could take that. This is how Popular Mechanics magazine chose to feature Mr. Musk on the cover of their magazine. As you can note, the one-eyed symbolism here. And then this is an interesting, on social media, actress Amber Heard had posted this where she's flashing up the devil horns and giving the one-eyed symbolism. As you can see here, if you read the text underneath, Elon Musk liked this and then commented, good sign, good sign. I'm sure he's referring to, like, she's saying, I love you. She's got her thumb out and the one-eyed symbolism as well.
That's right. Go ahead. Gaslight me. You've done a pretty good job of it so far.
I haven't gaslighted anyone.
Now, here is Elon Musk with his mother, May Musk. We're going to go over the family just to, get the neurons firing while we still just have human neurons and not artificial intelligence help in the matter. About, like, what's going on here? Are these people trustworthy, or is there something, are they part of a much broader sort of performance that's occurring in our world to bring about some very evil things? So here he is with his mother, May Musk. May Musk is a fashion model. She's been a fashion model for decades now. And May Musk, apparently, confuses, as many of them do, the photographers with optometrists. And actually, again, we've been over this before, but Hollywood photographers and fashion model photographers actually double in their spare time as optometrists, and they give the models a real good deal on getting their eye exam. So here she is covering up her eyeball in one of the photo shoots with a rose, which is a reference to actually Horus again. We just talked here about the Eye of Horus, and this is the Eye of Horus. It's almost like saying Horus. The roses have been known as an emblem for Horus. And also there's that term, sort of like the Chatham House rule, called sub rosa, which basically, it's about secrecy in the occult. So it's you got a little double whammy there for you. And then here she is, of course, peering out from behind a sweater or whatever it is she's wearing. Not creepy at all, not weird. Very normal if you grow up in Hollywood or with someone who is celebrated by our wicked and twisted culture. And then, of course, here she is, the ever hip and aging May Musk, doing the sign of a super excellent master Freemason. And we've been over this 1,000 times before. Freemasons can be women. Yes, it's called The Order of the Eastern Star. There's a couple of good documentaries. You can just look them up here on YouTube. I think one is Women in Secret Societies. You can look that one up. I believe that's how you can find the video. And you'll hear the women in their rituals referring to themselves as Freemasons. So there's no ambiguity there. Not only that, but most occult secret societies and even witchcraft covens are Masonically derived. Or you could flip that around and say Freemasonry and its levels of initiations come straight out of witchcraft. Either which way you cut it, their sign language is pretty much universal. Here is his brother. He's a restaurateur and cook out in Colorado, biting into some radishes and giving you a little one-eyed wink for you here. And here he is with his wife, of course, doing what is called a sign of penalty in the ineffable degrees of Freemasonry. And you can look all this stuff up. It's all right there. It's been in print for years now. Now, just to give you guys, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not saying anything about Kimball, right? Just saying, like, I want to show you a couple of videos, and you guys kind of capture the essence of what we're getting at here.
All right, so today I'm going to show my daughter Stella how to plant carrots. One of my favorite things about carrots is that all you see is a little green sprout.
Stella was embarrassed to have Daddy showing her love and affection.
And when you pull it out,
but whatever,
you get this giant carrot. It is like a magic trick. So Stella, I want you to poke them. Here at the Kitchen Restaurant Group, we are passionate about giving our community a wonderful and safe gathering place for everyone. Mm-hmm. During this uncertain time, we also understand that some people are more comfortable eating at home.
Mind control. Do you need any more mind control? It's all to keep you safe. Just like Neuralink's going to help people with neurological disorders. This is how he comes. This is how he comes.
We want to continue to nourish our guests, especially now.
So, I'm not saying anything at all.
I came out of the closet last week.
Not at all. Totally normal. Here he is with his wife, wink, wink, radish wink, throwing up the Masonic sign of preservation as well. A lot of Freemason signs. If he were a Freemason, if he were an Illuminist member of those who lord and rule over, again, us simple people. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying if he were, that's exactly what that would be. Here he is, of course, the restaurateur with his partner of many years to his right, named Hugo Matheson, and he's a co-owner in his restaurant businesses, and Okay. Not creepy at all, of course. Again, this is him again with Hugo Matheson, his partner, his business partner.
I came out of the closet last week.
Don't think anything else. With that good old American flag, it's good times. It's really good times. I'm Uncle Sam. That's who I am. Yes. God bless Babylon. Rule over us, please. Rule over us. We need you so bad. And of course, if that wasn't enough, because
it's a small world after all.
Go! Yeah, because it's such a small world. Fun fact, Kimball Musk actually dated the ex-girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein from 2011 to 2012. That's according to Business Insider. So interesting stuff. Now, you may know that Elon Musk is actually partnered with Grimes, and the two both had a child whose name I can't pronounce, which we'll go over here in a moment. But Grimes and Elon Musk, Grimes, which we'll be covering here in a moment, he may or may not be partnered with a witch.
It's a small world after all.
Especially among these circles. They lord over you, they rule over you. But don't you worry. Don't you worry at all, because he is Patriot. Patriot. He voted. Sweet land of the I say. Yes. Power pose. Do the Hakini Mudra for us, please. We love it. We love it. So about his baby name.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
I hate using Joe Rogan.
Great to see you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
You will never forget what is going on in the world when you think about when your child is born. You will know for the rest of this child's life, you were born during a weird time.
That's for sure.
That is for sure. Probably the weirdest that I can remember.
Yeah. And he was born on May the 4th.
And that's hilarious, too.
Yeah.
May the 4th.
I sure hope so.
Perfect.
Yes.
I mean, that was the perfect day for you. Then, how do you say the name?
Well,
is it a placeholder?
First of all, my partner is the one that actually mostly came up with the name.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, she's great at names. So, I mean, it's just X, the letter X, and then the AE is like
Osiris Risen. Think Osiris Risen. They love their X's. They love their V's.
Pronounced Ash. Yeah. And then A12. A12 is my contribution.
Oh, why A12?
Archangel 12, the precursor to...
Archangel, you say? Okay. Apollo 11, after Apollyon, right? A lot of weird pagan stuff combined with all your space expeditions, NASA, and now Elon Musk.
SR-71, coolest plane ever. It's true.
I agree with you. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. I know what the SR-71 is.
Yeah.
How do you agree with him if you don't know even what it is? Just pointing that out.
Yeah, I know what that is. But...
So the SR-71 came from a CIA program called Archangel.
Oh.
It's the Archangel Project.
This sounds legit. So he named his child after a CIA program that created an aircraft. Good times. Only in Hollywood.
Oh.
And then Archangel 12.
Oh, wow. What a dope looking plane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, as a person who's very much into aerial travel, as you are, that's perfect.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, pretty great. So does it feel strange to have a child while this craziness is going? Does it feel, you've had children before, is this any weirder?
It's actually, I think it's better being older and having a kid. I appreciate it more. Yeah. Babies are awesome.
They are pretty awesome.
They're awesome. Yeah.
When I didn't have any of my own, I would see other people's kids, and I didn't not like them.
Sure.
But I wasn't drawn to them.
Sure.
But now when I see little people's kids, I'm like, oh, I think of them as like these little love packages.
Yeah, the little love bugs.
Yeah, it's just you think of them differently when you see them come out and then grow and then eventually start talking to you. Like your whole idea what a baby is very different.
Yeah.
So now as you get older and get to appreciate it as a mature, fully formed adult, it must be really pretty wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful. It's great. But babies are awesome.
They are.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I mean, also,
ask yourself, fathers and even mothers out there, what normal person, other than an Elon Musk who's working to create human cyborgs, thinks this way?
I've spent a lot of time on AI and neural nets, and so you can sort of see the kind of the brain develop, which is, an AI neural net is trying to simulate what a brain does, basically, and you can sort of see it learning very quickly. It's just wow.
See things so you're talking about the neural net. You're not talking about an actual baby.
I'm talking about an actual baby.
But both of them.
Yes, but the word neural net comes from the brain. It's like a net of neurons. So it's like humans are the original gangster neural net.
You may have noticed that he mentioned May the 4th being significant, and probably at first you think, "Oh, well, I know what they're talking about," because he's sending spaceships up into space. Wink, wink, radish wink. But that has to do with these memes I see going around online about Star Wars. May the 4th be with you, right? Ha ha ha, that's what they meant. It was a reference to Star Wars. Well, that could be, but it may also be that has become such a popular meme among these people because they never like to do this to us.
Go ahead. Gaslight me. You've done a pretty good job of it so far.
I haven't gaslighted anyone.
Yeah, they don't like to do that to us. They never gaslight us. But it could actually be a reference to Beltane, the pagan Beltane festival. This is actually celebrated every year. The calendar date for anyway is May 1st, right? But actually it's different from the astrological date or astrological Beltane. And the astrological date of Beltane is May 4th Eve and May 5th. And it can vary actually from year to year, but generally speaking, technically speaking, Beltane occurs on May 4th. Now, let's hear from an occultist themselves as to what Beltane even is.
As summer begins, weather becomes warmer, and the plant world blossoms.
As summer begins,
the mood is joyous.
Let me mind control you.
And festive. In old traditions, this was a time of sexuality and promiscuity, where marriages of a year and a day could be undertaken in hand-fasting rituals.
Yes, typical of the pagan world. Everything, their entire religion is fertility-based. It's a fertility cult, always. That's why Crowley's magic is sex magic, right?
Young people would spend the entire night in the woods.
Sorry, I know I keep stopping here, but think Sodom and Gomorrah.
And then dance around the maypole the morning of May 1st. Older married couples were allowed to remove their wedding rings and their marital restrictions for this one night. The morning of May 1st was a magical time to collect wild water, such as morning dew, water from flowing streams and springs, and use it to bathe in for beauty or to drink for health. People would rise at the first light of dawn to go outdoors and gather flowers and branches to decorate their homes. Women would braid flowers into their hair. And
so anyway, it's basically, we need to keep on going on, but it's basically a giant orgy for pagans to celebrate. Now, this is his partner Grimes, who he's had this baby with, named after a CIA secret program. Who doesn't do that? Only in Hollywood, right? Only in Hollywood. And of course, now AE is Ash, according to Grimes here. But she's doing the sign that, again, we've been going over a lot of late, that is yet to be identified. You can see her doing it here as well, but far more clearly here. And this was actually tattooed on the neck of one of the, I think her name was Just Sam, in the most recent American Idol competition. And then Amanda Fiedler, who was also on American Idol, had this tattooed on her arm. Not this picture of Grimes specifically, but this particular pose tattooed on them. And you'll find a lot of your celebrities do this. I don't know what it is, but I certainly correlate it with witchcraft when I see Sybil Leek having done it back in the day. Here she is. Remember when I said about the X and the V? So here she is with the V on the magazine cover, and she's doing the Uttara Bodhi Mudra. And that's Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Goes back to Tantric Yoga. And it's basically a mudra which is indicating supreme enlightenment or ultimate illumination. Fitting that the Illuminists would like this particularly. Apparently she is also a Star Trek fan.
Go ahead. Gaslight me. You've done a pretty good job of it so far.
I haven't gaslighted anyone.
Or doing the Kabbalistic blessing, the Aaronic blessing, so-called. One of the mudras associated with Jewish Kabbalah. Here she is doing the one-eyed symbolism, the Eye of Horus, which we go over and over again. She does it quite a lot, so we're just going to kind of hop through here on them, but quite a bit. if you wondered whether or not she could be into witchcraft, a witch, well, this here offers us a clue. Here she is in a shirt with inverted crosses. It's making like an unhappy skull face, if you notice, but inverted crosses and, of course, the Wiccan pentagram. But she's not a witch. Don't you go thinking that. Flashing up the devil horns, flashing them up again, of course, with an eyeball on her shirt. Why not, right? Here she is. She's obviously a relative of Hindu demoness Kali, which we've been over too many times to count now as well. And, oh, we need to go back because you know how I like to do this, right? I have a system in place at this point. So what's going on next? She's out of touch. And more leopard print for us here. More here. As you can see, she's doing the Eye of Horus as well. Just a little wink. She's got the same issue that Kimball Musk has as well. More leopard print for you here. But the Suicide Boys, they didn't know what they were talking about, right? And more leopard print for you here. And more. Here she is. If she were a program called Multiple Monarch Slave, and I'm not saying she is, I'm just saying if she were, it would be significant that she is showing us the butterfly on her hand here on the cover of Teen Vogue magazine. Gotta love all these social influencers, don't you? Here she is, of course, in a little GIF. You might notice the little headdress that she's wearing is a monarch butterfly as well. And of course, she's sitting on the toilet in the Masonic checkerboard robe.
God bless Babylon, Babylon, my country, 'tis of thee.
So, of course, the So Not a Witch Grimes is very patriotic as well, just like Elon. I'm sure she votes. I'm sure she'd encourage you to, and to wear your mask like a good boy. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away. Otherwise, Eric Garcetti has the absolute right to kill your electricity and water from your home if you dare have a few people over. So that's it. That's actually it for today's program, guys. We came to the conclusion. Just a quick, brief overview. I wanted to talk briefly about Neuralink and show you a little bit about that Berlin International Film Festival, just to show you the slow slide, or actually fast slide, that we see these days into outright hedonism and a bizarre dystopian world. With that, we're done. Thanks again for tuning in. God bless you all in Jesus' name. Until next time, you have a blessed night.